Okay, so as you seen in the last video, our first run in the freeze dryer, once we got it set up, the bread run, the initial run that you do, everything went successful. So now we are going to do our very first food run. And this is actually going to be cucumber chips. I probably had, I don't know, 40, 50, 60 pounds of cucumbers everywhere. And so what we did last night is I shredded half of them and I sliced half of them with a mandolin. And once I got through slicing them all, we covered them up with water in the bowl, covered it up with the towel and the top, and we set it on a vent just overnight because I didn't have room in the refrigerator. And then the shredded one we did exactly the same, and it's actually in my pressure canner on the vent, just so nothing gets in it or on it, you know, it stays clean and cold. So it'll be just like being in the refrigerator. So what we're going to first do is cucumber chips. Now I'm not just going to do plain ones. I have 6 trays, so I'm going to do 6 different flavors. Okay, so the flavors we are doing are ranch. I'm going to do my own taco seasoning, if you guys can see that, taco. I'm going to do some tahini. And then I'm going to do some plain with salt. And then plain with sugar. So I've got 6 trays, that's 5 flavors. I'm also going to try to do a run of salt and vinegar. Not sure exactly how that's going to work. I do have to do my research on that and make sure I'm doing those right. So what I did with this, I labeled what I'm actually going to be doing so I can stick this on the tray, because I'm sure that tahini and taco are going to look a lot alike, and I'm sure that salt and sugar are going to look a lot alike. So I want to label the front of the tray so I know which ones they are. I had Italian out to do, and I think that would be really good. But I was talking to Heather. She made a comment below. I was talking to Heather and she was like, oh, I really love salt and vinegar. And that was one of the things I wanted to do, but I had kind of forgotten about it. So last night while I was trying to gather everything up, I had forgotten about it. So we're actually going to do salt and vinegar if I can figure out how to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a gallon bag and I'm going to fill them up with cucumbers, and then I'm going to, what I've read is that the flavors get stronger, so don't use just a whole lot of flavor. So we're going to kind of play around with it a little bit. Alright, so the way I'm doing this is I'm just going to take a simple bag, and I'm probably going to fill it up about halfway. What do you think? Let's do, I have no clue how much this is going to take. So we'll do ranch. How about that? We'll do ranch first. Let's do, alright, let's do a tablespoon in the bottom. Put the cucumbers on it, tablespoon on top, and shake it up. I think I'm going to go ahead and do some more. Okay, so I got those 5 trays loaded. Now, I have so much left over in each little bag. I think I have a row for each flavor to go in the last tray. The salt and vinegar I'm gonna have to wait on because I think I need to soak it. So I'm gonna do the last tray here, and I'm just gonna do a row of each flavor, and probably just put that on top. All right, so I've got all my trays here. We are fixing to head out there to the freeze dryer. I can't video me walking out there because I won't be able to open up the door. So we're just gonna take these out there and go ahead and get them loaded. Okay, so since doing the bread, since I took it, whew, sorry, them suckers are heavy. So since I just took out the bread a while ago, I didn't do the defrost run, so it's still quite frozen inside, so that'll cut down on that time. So I'm just going to open this up and I'm going to start loading my trays up. Alright, I have them all loaded. This is the mixed one. Sugar, salt, tahini, ranch, and taco. That's about, I didn't even weigh it, 50 or 60 pounds of cucumbers. Alright, so we are going to touch start. I'll also tell you from the first load, since I didn't defrost it, it's not going to be true. But we only got about a 1/4 cup of water in our bucket from the bread run. So probably no more than about a 1/2 cup would have come out. Probably about a 1/3 of a cup or so. There's still a little bit of ice on there, but it's not much, and I'm not worried about it at this point. But everything's looking good. Oh, it says please wait 15 minutes before loading trays. I reckon I should have read it first. Okay, so you ready to hit start. It's going to cool for about 15 minutes, and then it will let us know when it's ready to go ahead and load up the trays. Alright, so after 15 minutes, it's still counting, but after 15 minutes it'll tell you to load the freeze dryer and close the drain valve. So that's probably going to take all night. I'm not even going to lie. I'm expecting it to probably take about 20 hours from what I have read in some of the Facebook groups that I'm in. So I guess we will see y'all in the morning because it's 12:07. So midnight plus about 8. So that'll be probably about 8 o'clock in the morning. This will be done, and then we'll bring you back out here. So hang tight. I'll be right back in a second. Okay, it is almost bedtime. We started this running at lunch about 12 o'clock. Ooh, that door's cold. And it is, what time is it now? About 8? Yeah, it's about 8 o'clock now. We're getting ready just to go inside for the night. I wanted to show you, this is still freezing. Still freezing. It's been freezing for 8 hours and 3 minutes, and it's at 27 degrees. And that's what they are looking like. I was going to let you guys see. They've got like a layer of ice. You can see it. Got like a thin layer of ice. You can see right there on the tops of them. think that one. You can see it really good. Looks like kind of like a sandwich, like it's got 2 pieces of ice on the outside of it. And then once it is completely done freezing, then of course it'll start vacuuming. And I mean drying. Yeah. So that means we will check back with you guys in the morning. Bring you back in here in the morning. And we'll see if it's still drying. Now most of the comments that I've seen on the post about doing them this way said it took about 20 hours. So we are 8 hours in, so 12 more hours, hopefully. It should be done about 8 o'clock in the morning, but we'll come back and check on it later. Yeah, it's finally done, 52 hours.
All that fun. What'd you say, extra dry? Oh, I'll say that now. Open drain valve to vent.
Anything you like to do? Oh yeah. Huh.
What's going in there?
Yeah.
There's water?
We'll have to defrost it.
From out of here.
Run another batch.
Where's it at?
Huh?
Where's it at?
Frozen.
Defrost time, 2 hours. How long do you want to defrost for?
Lord. Okay, I'll do an hour. Okay, ready? It stuff's popping.
I know. Let's set it somewhere.
That's one of each. Just set that over there, and then we'll set these other ones over there.
Here, set them right here.
Ooh, that one's kind of warm. Careful.
See?
Stay on the edges.
It ain't that warm. You never handled pizza pan, hot pizza pans out of the oven.
Put your hand on it. Why some of them one color and others not?
Different
Those are
flavor.
different flavors.
Some are salt.
Lay them
Some,
crossways. Here, lay this one cross it.
some salt, some ranch, some have cayenne on it.
I have them labeled.
They have
Ranch is good, Logan.
I have them labeled.
Okay.
taco seasoning.
Oh wow.
Taco seasoning sounds pretty good.
Alright, keep drain valve open. Remove part. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and defrost this
Shut
one.
that.
Yeah, bam. Because we've got a lot of ice buildup because the cucumbers were so wet. So we're going to go ahead and defrost this round, and then we're going to start another round. But for defrost time, it's an automatic set to 2 hours. We're going to just put it on 1 hour. It says keep drain valve open, remove product, which we've already done, and then the pump will run for 5 minutes. It doesn't say close. It doesn't say close the door, so we're going to leave that open. Continue. Okay, for those of you that were wondering about the trays of my freeze-dried cucumber chips, they are perfect after 52 hours, but because these went in fresh, so you guys were wondering about them sticking together, so these were great. Okay, so I've got a roll of Food Saver, make your own bag kind of thing, and what we're going to do is we're actually going to make something that's going to help us to funnel all this stuff into bags. It says keep door closed. Defrosting chamber, keep door closed for an hour. Okay. We'll take this bag, and it's probably about 4 inches longer than my actual tray. I've got the sealer right here from Harvest Right, and I'm going to seal one end of it. Would you like to get the camera?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got this set on 5 for the clear bag, and I'm just going to do just a raw seal. The light's on right here, and it's off. It didn't seal. Got to go further. Did it seal? Yeah, it's sealed. Okay, it's sealed. Yep, it's sealed. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we've got 8 by 12 inch bags, so I'm going to keep it about 6 inches, about 6 inches wide, and I'm just going to cut across right there. All right, so whenever we go to put these in Mylar bags, we're gonna put the whole tray in here, and then as we pour it out, this end is gonna go inside that Mylar bag, and everything's gonna funnel into the bag, so it don't fall out all over the tray. We'll get to that later. You'll have to turn it sideways because I gotta slide the tray in here. Like this. Yeah. Stick that corner in there. And then hold that. Hopefully this works as well as he did it on the show.
Wow.
These should slide in there. Yeah. They'll ever come off the tray?
They're all piled up on into the tray.
Yep.
They all
Jam.
stood up.
You got a jam, Casey.
Hang on.
Got a cute jam.
Can you shake the bottom?
They stood up tall.
Oh.
Okay, we made it.